Volleyball is a sport played by two teams on a court divided by a net. There are different adaptations for special cases to make the game more accessible to everyone. The posts holding the net are placed 50 centimetres to 1 metre outside the sideline. The posts should be 2.55 metres tall and preferably adjustable. The antenna is a flexible rod made of fiberglass or a similar material, 180 centimetres long and 10 millimetres in diameter. One antenna is attached to the outer side of each sideline. Antennas are positioned on opposite sides of the net. Each antenna extends 80 centimetres above the net, marked with contrasting red and white stripes, each 10 centimetres wide. Two white bands, 5 centimetres wide and 1 metre long, are attached vertically to the net on each sideline. These bands are considered part of the net. The net is placed vertically over the centre line, with a height of 243 centimetres for men and 224 centimetres for women. A 7 centimetre wide horizontal band made of double-layered white canvas is sewn across the top of the net. At each end of the band, there is a hole through which a rope passes to attach it to the posts and keep it tight. An elastic cord running through the band connects the net to the posts and keeps the top taut. The net itself is 1 metre wide, 9.5 to 10 metres long, and made of black cords with 10 centimetre square mesh. At the bottom of the net, there is another horizontal band, similar to the top one, 5 centimetres wide, with a rope threaded through it. This rope attaches the net to the posts and keeps the bottom tight. The playing area is a rectangular court measuring 18 by 9 metres and is surrounded by a free zone measuring with at least 3 metres on all sides. The free playing space above the court must be free of any obstacles. The colours of the playing area and the free zone may differ. The playing area itself may also have different colours to separate the front and back zones. All lines are 5 centimetres wide. The exact centre of the centre line divides the court into two equal 9 by 9 metre areas. In each court, a 3 metre back attack line drawn from the centre of the centre line marks the front zone. The front zone of each court is bounded by the exact centre of the centre line and the back edge of the attack line. The service zone is the 9 metre wide space behind each end line. The side boundaries of this area are defined by two short lines, 15 centimetres long, drawn 20 centimetres behind the end lines and extending from the sideline. Both short lines are part of the width of the service area. The depth of the service area extends to the end of the free zone. Substitution zone is limited by the extension of both attack lines to the scorer's table. The libero replacement zone is a section of the free zone on the team bench side, extending from the attack line extension to the end line. The height of the free zone, measured from the playing surface, must be at least 7 metres. At the moment the server hits the ball, each team must position themselves in their court according to the rotation order. The 3 players in front of the net are the front row players, positioned in the 4 left front, 3 centre front, and 2 right front positions. The other 3 players are back row players, positioned in the 5 left back, 6 centre back, and 1 right back positions. After the serve, players are free to move in any direction and can take any position in their own court or the free zone. If any player is out of position when the server hits the ball, it results in a positional error and the team loses a point. Referees continuously check the alignment of players, and if an error is detected, they blow the whistle to signal the mistake. Before the match, the referees conduct a coin toss to determine the team's positions on the court and the order of service. They then obtain the signatures of the team captains and coaches. Prior to the match, teams prepare to step onto the court with the final instructions from their coaches. The key to victory is unity. Team spirit is the greatest motivation for volleyball players throughout the match. Before the match starts, the teams' names are announced. Then, in the spirit of fair play, they wish each other good luck and take their positions on the court. The referees are also announced in the same way and framed within the spirit of fair play. Before each set, the second referee checks the team's positions on the court according to the lineup sheet and approves the libero replace any player in a back row position, except server. Once the teams and referees are ready, the match begins with the first referee's whistle and signal for serve. The objective of the game is to send the ball over the net to reach the opposing team's court. The goal is to make the ball touch the ground on the opponent's side and prevent the opposing team from doing the same. Volleyball is not just a physical sport, but also a mental and emotional discipline. The main principle of this game is to focus on the success of the team rather than individual achievement. The series of movements made from the moment the server hits the ball until the ball is out of play is called a rally. A completed rally is a sequence of actions that results in winning a point. Teams have the right to hit the ball up to 3 times, excluding a block when sending the ball to the opponent's side. The ball is served to start the game, with the server sending the ball over the net to the opponent's side. The rally continues until the ball touches the court, goes out of bounds, or a team makes a mistake. A ball that touches or lands inside the boundary lines of the court is considered in. If the ball lands outside the court's boundary lines or touches an external object, it is considered out. Players have different roles during the match, including setter, opposite hitter, middle blocker, outside hitter, and libero. A set is won by the first team to reach 25 points with at least a 2-point lead. If the score is tied at 24-24, the game continues until one team achieves a 2-point advantage, such as 26-24 or 27-25. The serve is made from behind the end line and between the sideline markers. The serve can be executed using various techniques, such as underhand, overhand, floating, or spike serves. However, the key is that the ball must be hit with one hand. The player must serve within 8 seconds after the referee's whistle, and they have only one chance to hit the ball while it is in the air. If a player hits the ball into the net, sends it out of bounds, or makes it touch the end line, it is a service fault and the opposing team earns a point. In volleyball, a blockout occurs when an attacking player spikes the ball and it hits the blocking players of the opposing team, causing the ball to go out of bounds. In volleyball, a dive, or dig, is a defensive move where a player dives to the floor in an attempt to keep the ball off the ground and maintain the ball in the air. An overhand finger pass is when a player controls the ball with their fingers and softly passes it to a teammate. A bump is the movement where both arms come together, and the area between the elbow and hand is used to hit the ball. A block is a move made by players close to the net, where they extend their arms upward above the net's top edge to stop the ball coming from the opponent. A block made by 2 or 3 players together is called a collective block. The most important thing to remember when blocking is not to touch the net. When players play the ball, they must hit it, and the ball should rebound from their hands. If the ball is held, thrown, or the hand accompanies the ball, the player commits a fault. It is a fault for a back row player to attack a ball above the net's top edge while making contact with the front zone. If the players are unable to send the ball into the opponent's playing space, the team commits an error. In volleyball, the setter is the key player who manages the team's offensive organisation and is often referred to as the orchestra conductor. The setter transforms incoming serves into the best possible attacking opportunities and evaluates the weak points of the opponent's block. By making surprise plays in the front row, they can confuse the opponent and contribute to the defence with their blocks. In volleyball, the opposite hitter plays a versatile role in the team's offensive organisations and is an important player who plays together with the setter. Opposite player undertakes a significant part of the team's scoring load. In volleyball, the middle blocker plays critical roles in both offence and defence and is typically one of the tallest players on the team. Playing at the net, blocking the opponent's attacks, and participating in offence with quick passes are the main responsibilities of the middle blocker. Middle blockers set the pace of the game with their quick reflexes and powerful jumping abilities. The spiker is the player responsible for both receiving and attacking. The spiker contributes to the team's scoring by making fast and effective attacks. Spikers are the backbone of the attack in volleyball and are responsible for sending the ball powerfully and effectively to the opponent's side. The timing, coordination with the setter, and correct positioning of opposite hitters are the most important elements for an effective attack. The libero, who wears a special uniform, serves exclusively as a defensive player. A team can designate up to 2 players as liberos. The libero may replace any back row player. A completed rally must occur between libero replacements. It is a fault if the libero attacks a ball above the level of the net. In volleyball, a player substitution involves replacing one player with another, usually to strengthen the team strategy or allow players to rest. Teams switch sides at the end of each set, and they also change sides after the 8th point of the deciding set. In volleyball, it is crucial for players to adhere to the rules of the game and respect the referees throughout the match. This is of great importance. Every player should act within the framework of fair play, maintaining discipline and respecting the decisions of the referees, rather than arguing with them. Minor misbehaviours are not penalised. It is the responsibility of the head referee to prevent teams from reaching a level that would warrant penalties. The process is carried out in 2 stages. The first stage is to call the team captain and issue a verbal warning. The second stage is to show a yellow card to the player in question. This serves as a notification that the player, and potentially the entire team, has now reached the level where penalties will be applied for the rest of the match. When players act in accordance with fair play, their behaviour is rewarded. Volleyball is not just a game, it is a symbol of belief in a shared goal and the ability to rise every time we fall. Every player standing side by side on the court is not only a teammate, but a family member. When we join hands, no matter how difficult the road to success may seem, there is no obstacle we cannot overcome. The beauty of volleyball is that it gives us a chance to start again after every mistake and to feel the support of our teammates at every moment. Victory is not found in the score, but in every step we succeed in together. It is hidden not just in the scoreboard, but in every moment we play side by side with belief and courage. Every step we take together brings us one step closer to achieving the seemingly impossible.